Hi everyone, it's Sherry Carroll here to show you a couple ideas that you can do with some background images from the Background CD Kit. So what I'll do is I'm going to start with a new project, and I'm going to go ahead and make this an 8.5 by 11 because I'm going to create some background papers that I can use to make some hybrid cards. So with my background paper, I'm going to go ahead and make this a bit smaller so it's manageable. And I can go ahead and colorize this by going to my paint bucket tool and just finding a great color. I may just find something that's dark and kind of neutral. So I'm just going to click on that, and this brings up my colored sheet. So now I can go ahead and start adding some of the backgrounds. So I want to make sure I'm on my move key. And this is a real pale checkerboard, and it's translucent, so I'm going to go ahead and with my move tool slide this over. So now I can arrange this as a background paper. I can also grab a corner, and with my shift key and my left mouse key I can go ahead and shrink this down to another size, and then I'll click OK, and I can bring this back up to where I want. Say I want to just have it go off the page. I can go ahead and come over to my first layer, right click on my first layer and make a copy of that. So I wanted to go duplicate layer. Okay, and if you notice it got a little brighter, but all I need to do is just slide this up, and I can duplicate this again, and it duplicated that one, and I can just keep moving them around until I have a full background. And of course I'll do one more and move this down to this. And say I'm not so thrilled with the color that I have in my background, I can go back down to my layers, and I can always go back and change that. And as long as I'm on my paint bucket tool, say I want it to be, I want to move back over to maybe my swatches over here. I might look at maybe a darker pink instead. So as long as I'm on my background and I'm on my paint bucket tool and my swatch down here is the color I want, I can go ahead and change that to the color I want. So now I have a nice completely different look. Also on my little square images here, if I click on one, I can change the opacity. So this is going to be the bottom left one. So I'm just going to slide my opacity bar here, and this will fade it in, and I happen to like that quite a bit. So I can copy layer style and paste layer style on each of these other layers and quickly transform these other layers so that they're all the same. So now I have kind of a fun pink background. So that's just using one. Let's take a peek at something else we might have down here. I believe this is some text script, so let me go ahead and pull this one up and make sure I'm on my move tool. Reduce this back down to a workable size, and then I can slide this over, and we have text. Now I can also change the color of this text. I think I would like to put some white on here. So I'm going to go to Image, Adjustments, Hue and Saturation, and I'm going to go to Lightness, and I'm going to pull this all the way up to light. And I'm going to click OK. And I happen to think that this will look better underneath all my little blocks. So I'm going to just left mouse it, and I'm going to pull it down until I have it under all my blocks. Also, this is quite bright, and I can go ahead and change the opacity of that as well to where it just kind of fades in to something really fun. So let me kind of zoom in and so you can see what the print would look like. So that's how that would look. So that would be a great little background for a card. So once you have your background the way you want it, an easy way to save that, to have it printed, And I always do this, it's just the easiest way for me, is I go to File, and I go to Automate, and I want PDF Presentation. And here I'm going to add open files. I know that I have a bunch that are open. I'm going to remove these other ones from this presentation. It's not going to remove them from anything else. The one that I'm working on is untitled. If you want to close out the files before you do this, it might be easier. Either way. So I'll go ahead and save this. And I'm going to save it to my desktop as pink blocks. And this is a multi-page document. And it gives me a high quality for print mode, and I'm going to go ahead and save that. So when I want to go have this printed, and actually I can get 4 cards out of an 8.5 by 11 sheet, 4 card fronts. Let me go ahead and zoom this back out here so you get the full size. So I can go ahead and open up my PDF, and that is on my desktop, and I will just get to that. My desktop is full of stuff, so that is pink. It's all alphabetized for me, pink blocks, and I'll show you what an actual PDF looks like. So this is how it looks. It's at 106%. I usually just go to 100% so I can see actually what it looks like. So what I end up doing when I have this is I put these onto a little jump drive and I take them in to have them printed. You can have them printed at home on your regular printer, or you can take them in and have them printed on a cardstock at like Staples or Office Max or some other kind of print shop. I like to do that. That way I have a high quality print and I'm not really using a lot of the ink that I have on my home printer. So I'll make up several and then put them to the jump drive and off to the print shop I go. I hope this tutorial was helpful for your digital and hybrid creations. Please visit us at www.heroarts.com for more tutorials and videos on how to use your digital kits. Thanks for watching.